Hello, good morning. Welcome to A Maker's Studio. I'm Cheryl and I create over on the Home of My Making Facebook page. As you hop on, let us know you're here. Let us know where you're watching from, and also let us know what your favorite A Maker's Studio product is. So today, since we're getting close to, and some states have already started their back to school days, I'm going to do a project that would look fabulous on a teacher's desk. So I'm going to start with this unfinished wood cup. I did get this from Hobby Lobby. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to tape off some of these angles. Watch how simple this project is, and then you can recreate it, and it would make a nice gift for a teacher or even for your own desk, or even if you're a crafter like I am, for your crafting desk. So I just wanted to tape off this angle. I'm going to start, now watch how simple this is. I'm going to start with the one-step paint in the Cheryl, which is a green color, and I love that green. I do always put it in another little container just so I can work out of it, and then if I get messy, I just throw the container out and it doesn't mess up my jars. So I'm just going to, and then make sure your tape is down, I'm just going to paint this section. I am going to work away from the paint, and I just want to get it on this section. The paint is just giving me a guide so I don't go on to the other level. I do not want it on the top. I do want to leave that raw. Sometimes when I do my projects, I do like to leave some of the wood showing, whether I stain it or whether I keep it raw. In this case, I'm going to keep it raw. So just trying to get it to the edge. Also, this is a chalk-based paint. It is called a one-step paint. Doesn't necessarily mean one coat, but most of the times you can get away with one coat. And I think on here, I just might be able to do that. I'm gonna have to dry that so that I can proceed with the project. If you see that you missed any of the side, I did miss a little bit over here. I'm going to be brave without the tape and just get that little corner that I missed. Okay. And it does dry pretty quick. You don't have to hit it with a heat gun. I'm doing that because, yes, I'm on a live. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, I'm going to go to this section, just because that, I do want it to dry a little bit. So I'm going to, again, tape off another part of this cup. If you're brave, you can do this by hand without putting the tape on there. If you guys are just hopping on, I'm Cheryl from over at the Home of My Making Facebook page. Over here on A Maker's Studio, doing a fun teacher desktop organizer. Or you can actually make this for your own craft desk or your own desk at home. I did get this from Hobby Lobby, this wooden piece. It's pretty much covering with one coat. like I said, it's a one-step paint. Doesn't mean one coat, means one step. Like I didn't have to prime it or anything for this. Okay, so let me see. I'm gonna do that, but let me dry it. I normally would wait at home, like if I'm doing this project without being on a live, just because the paint dries pretty quick. It is a water-based paint and it dries pretty quick. Okay, let me just get another section of this cup. If you guys just signed on, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you think of this color green. The paint that I'm using is in the description up above. You could check it out. We have a bunch of different colors. They all are a chalk-based paint. My favorite brand to use. And you could use this on furniture. You could use this on glass. This chalk-based paint basically goes on a lot of different surfaces. Let me get that dry. So watch how simple this project is. I'm actually using the cup design to my advantage. This had so many angles on it, and when I decided to use it as my surface, I'm going to take advantage of all the curves and the lines in here and make it work for me. And this is really, 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 really simple project. Let's do this little part that I got taped off. The tape is just keeping me straight on the lines. I love this color green. I'm just painting away from the tape just so that it doesn't seep under it. Not that it should, but you don't want to push the paint towards that way. Simple and easy. So look how it's coming together as I go around. I think I have one more segment to do. So it's really, 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 really showing the detail of this cup. Sometimes you just don't have to overdo things. And the shape of this cup is really working to my advantage. Got one more segment to do with the tape. Just make sure it's flush. Take your brush with some paint. Like I said, I'm going to go away from the tape on either side. This is really covering good on this piece of wood. Sometimes you do have to do 2 coats, but this one's soaking it up fabulously, and I don't need a second coat. If I did, I would dry it in between layers before I pulled the tape off and then do my second coat, but I think it did a good job of covering. So see how that, the shape of it, just by painting like every other triangle, it just made it really, really unique. I'm going to get the rest of it dry. Let me close this container up because it is a water-based paint and I don't want it to dry out. Again, I let the shape of the cup really work to my advantage. I am going to let that just cool down for a second. So as you see, I just did every other triangle, and now I'm just going to dry it. Get it real dry. Again, you don't have to use a heat gun. I'm doing it because I'm on a live, and because it is a water-based paint, the heat will dry it quicker. It's not to set it or anything. It's not even part of the process. So there you go. So that in itself looks fabulous. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some hot glue. I am going to leave these other segments raw because I like that look. If you wanted to come back and paint this in between there or even stencil it in between there, you can. I'm going to leave this raw because I like the look. I do have these little wooden pieces. They are flowers. And what I'm going to do is just to give it a little bit of dimension. Let me see. I'm going to just stick that right there. So see how cute that looks? Now that is picking up the unfinished wood here, and that was my intent, was to give it the unfinished wood look. Don't have to paint everything. Gonna put a little bit of glue on this, and I'm gonna center one in the center of each of these little triangles. That I painted with the Cherbourg. Now go ahead and look at all of our one-step paints. You'll find a bunch of them, a bunch of different colors. They're a joy to work with in your creations. They come in a 4-ounce jar. And I really like to use them in my creations. So see what I'm doing? I'm just putting that little detail on there. It's picking up the raw wood. And this was simple, guys. Simple, 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 simple. Sometimes you just don't have to overdo things, right? With a little paint, this totally changed this particular piece. I think it would look great on a teacher's desk. I think it would look great on your craft desk, on your desk that you work from home at. And it's such a simple project with just a little bit of paint. So adding those little embellishments, look how that changed the whole look. Now, if you don't like the look of the unfinished wood, go ahead and paint your every other triangle a different color, or you could even stain it with the gel stain. I'm going to leave mine raw because I do like the look, but what do you guys think? I let the shape play with me. I let the shape play with me. By just doing that, it gives so much dimension. Remember, this was just an unfinished piece of wood. And then with those little bit of embellishments that I kept the raw wood, it just picks up that. So remember, simple, simple, simple. Check out all the one-step paints that we have. Lots of colors, and this is one of my favorites, is the Cherbourg green. And they do come in these little pots. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you like this project. Come and join me over on the Home of My Making page. Also, I'll be back soon. Bye.